Okay, let's unpack this. When you hear July 4th, your mind probably goes straight to fireworks, right? Barbecues, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a day off work, hopefully.
Exactly. But, this day holds so much more weight, so much history. It's not just a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So today, we're taking a deep dive. July 4th, 1776, the incredible story behind the birth of the United States.
Right. Our core subject is really that moment. The official adoption of the Declaration of Independence, a document that, well, it genuinely changed the world.
And our mission for you today is to pull out the really key pieces, the most important nuggets about this foundational day.
Think of it as a shortcut.
Yeah, a shortcut to being, really informed about America's beginnings, maybe even find some surprising stuff along the way.
Definitely.
So let's go back. Philadelphia, 1776. What actually happened on July 4th? We sort of think of it as the day the colonies broke free, declared themselves a nation.
Well, yes and no. It gets interesting there. The Continental Congress voted for independence on July 2nd. That was the resolution.
Ah, okay, so the 4th.
The 4th is when they officially adopted the Declaration of Independence. That finalized the break. It wasn't just like a quick announcement. It was a very deliberate revolutionary act.
Gotcha. So the second was the vote, the 4th was the paperwork, basically. But really important paperwork.
Extremely important. And it wasn't just what happened, but who made it happen
Right.
and what they actually declared.
Right. Jefferson, he wrote it.
Thomas Jefferson was the primary author, yes. But he had help, the Committee of Five. You had John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, Robert Livingston.
Some heavy hitters.
Absolutely. They had this huge task
Yeah.
to spell out why they were leaving and what they hoped for. And the core of it, that famous line, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal."
Which was just radical for the time.
Completely radical. And, it laid the foundation for centuries of debate, really, about who all men included, but it also had a practical job,
Huh?
listing grievances, 27 of them, against King George III. It was like a legal brief to the world.
Detailing everything. Taxation without representation, troops.
Exactly. All of it.
Yeah.
Making it crystal clear. No more British tyranny.
Wow. So it wasn't just a breakup letter. It was a full manifesto, a legal case, all rolled into one.
Precisely.
And that leads us to the big question. Why did it matter so much?
Well, think about it. This was the first time, really, in modern history that a colony just outright declared independence from an empire.
Just broke away completely.
Yes, it set a whole new precedent. The audacity of it, even now, is kind of striking.
Yet its impact lasted, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating here is how far it reached beyond America. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it wasn't just about creating one nation.
It was about ideas.
Foundational ideas, democracy, liberty, human rights. These echoed globally. It had this ripple effect.
Like where?
Well, it directly inspired people like Lafayette. He took those ideals back to the French Revolution, and later you see it in movements across Latin America, people wanting self-government. It really changed global thinking on politics.
Which kind of brings us back to today, right? The fireworks, the parades, barbecues, all that. It's all celebrating that legacy. It's become this powerful symbol, freedom, patriotism, unity, sort of.
It is. And every July 4th, you hope people reflect, even just a little, on the bravery and the vision of those founders.
Yeah. But there's that quote, isn't there? Woodrow Wilson.
Right. Wilson said, "The American Revolution was a beginning, not a consummation." That's powerful.
A beginning, not an ending.
Exactly. It suggests these ideals, freedom, equality, pursuit of happiness, they aren't things you just achieve and then you're done. They're ongoing. You have to keep working at them.
So that connects to this idea of July 4th being like the soul of America.
I think so. It means the core principles need constant attention, reflection, effort to uphold them, to figure out what they mean now.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Our deep dive shows July 4th, 1776. It's not just a date. It's not just a holiday.
It's more fundamental.
Yeah, it's like the essence, the soul of America. A moment where, wow, courage met vision, and boom, a new nation built on freedom, equality, and this really radical idea that people, not kings, should rule.
And this raises an important question, doesn't it? If it was just a beginning, like Wilson said.
Then work isn't finished.
Right. So the question for you listening now is, what do freedom